Okay, we're at the north side of the house. The house, for all intent purposes, the house faces east. So if you're facing the house, if you're looking at the house directly, we'd be on the right side. If you're looking at the front door, we'd be on the left side. We're on the north side of the house. And if we come across here, you see those little slots right there? That slot right there. That slot right there. That slot right there, Hillbilly Home Inspections. This slot right there. Okay, those are called weep holes. Homeownership 101. All walls leak, all roofs leak. We design them to shed water faster than they accept it. We want to keep the living space dry. And so we have these weep holes. Most of the time, vapor escapes. Most of the time, it's just vapor. But sometimes if you have an event, I've seen a couple, you might, and I hope not, but you might see water come out of those. But they're still doing what they're supposed to do. They're weeping. So we come across here, over your fenestrations. Now this one is wood, it's different. But your fenestrations that have bricks, you have the lintels. This lintel's bowing a little bit right here. This lintel's bowing a little bit right here. Okay? But there should be weep holes on the brickwork above the windows, the fenestrations, the doors. We're missing a little bit of mortar right here from between the bricks. I'm getting a battery sign. Great. Oh well. Lawn sprinkler heads should not be closer to the structure than 12 inches. You see these holes like this? And because they're two, I'm thinking twice. See, you have three, I'm thinking twice. When we see holes like that, the only reason for holes like this in your flat work is that they drilled holes in there to apply product, which is the code word for poison. So we know that this home has been treated no fewer than 1 times, and maybe more, for subterranean termites. This is the only application that it would apply to. So there wouldn't be any reason to drill those holes, no other reason at all. So we know that it's been treated. We know it's been treated at least once. We do not know who treated it. We do not know when it was treated, and we do not know what it was treated with. Now, I'm going to spoiler alert. I saw a treatment sign underneath the kitchen sink when I first got here. Okay, over the fireplace, this is both sides that just got out of the sun. The rain gutter should not butt against the wall like that. And we should have kick-out flashing, and that's both sides. Kick-out flashing is flashing that directs the water over into the downspout. See how the staining here on the walls? It's because that's where the water's going. You don't have kick-out flashing. Kick-out flashing is not present. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Unfortunately, this is the fresh combustible air vent for the fireplace. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Don't see it a lot. Should see it every time. And we got it today. Again, no weep holes. Now the paint texture on this home is very thick. All the wood has been painted and repainted like an old boat. Very thick. It's good that it's painted. There's nothing wrong with that. But just FYI, if you do not have a dog, that's a hole in your door. Now there should be gaps. See, like there's a gap right here. But this gap should be continuous around because you need a weep screed. See, we don't have a weep screed here. That's why they're painted all the time. And so there's nothing to keep the water from wicking up capillary action off of the sidewalk, off of the patio, into the woodwork. We're missing some screens. The screens we do have are in pretty bad shape. Alright, and most, if not all of the windows are fogging. Okay? The vapor barrier seal. We don't lose any security. We do not lose any energy. That's not true. People argue, oh, you lose energy when your windows are fogging like that. Well, maybe. But you won't be able to measure it. You won't be able to measure the energy you're losing. They're ugly. They're ugly. And the Texas Real Estate Commission considers the seals are broken. So that's enough. That's enough. No security, no energy. Ugly. Oogly. This is the back exterior faucet. Coming along. What is this piping for? That's kind of interesting. What is that piping for? I don't know. I didn't notice it from the roof side. I'll look at that a little more. I will. I want to know. I want to know too. Coming along. These paving stones, they're beyond the scope of the inspection. But they're not dimensionally uniform. They might be trip hazards. They might be. So, I mean, you know, so if Granny comes over to visit, maybe you want to take the woman by the arm and help her around. You don't want to pick her up off the ground. I mean, I don't think that'd be a bad deal. This is the garage. We're going around the garage. The garage actually has windows. The electric meter is on the other side. We've worked our way around to the south side of the house. This is the electric meter. These three sides should be sealed. And the conduit, the electric conduit, there you've got a gap there. And the grounding rod is not properly buried. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because there's another video. We're going to have another video here that you'll be viewing, hopefully. You know, if I can keep your interest. Windows are fogging, screen's missing. Fence, as is in direct contact with the house. Okay, that's considered conducive to wood-destroying insects, conducive by design. And again, we're going to talk about these. We're going to have some time. So we're moving on along. Oh, and the soil over here. Around the fence. It's a little bit high. It's a little bit, well, actually more on this side of the fence, behind the bicycles. It's a little bit on the high side. I'm picky, I get it. These lintels, like the one that's bowing over on the den north wall, okay, they're supposed to extend into the brickwork 6 inches. And it just doesn't look like it's making it quite. It just doesn't make it look like 6 inches to me. I mean, it might be. I can't tell. This one might be continuous. No, this doesn't look continuous. If it is, it's got a zigzag in it like crazy. Metal car doors, pull handles. Okay, exterior electric luminaries, they should be sealed. They should be sealed so the water can't, to help prevent moisture from infiltrating. Coming on along. This is the water heater. And the TMP, it just has a TMP. It does not have a safety pan. It should. And the TMP, temperature pressure relief valve drain line, it's not supposed to terminate higher than 6 inches from the ground. So that's too high. We should have, and again, we should have kick-out flashing here. Kick-out flashing there. I'm still looking. I am still looking. Somebody's making some noise over there. Lawn sprinkler heads. I think I said this already. So lawn sprinkler heads should not extend more than, it should not be positioned closer than 12 inches to the structure. And we'll be looking at that. We've got some more drill holes. And the lamp needs to be sealed. We also have a ring. This may not convey with the house. If this is important to you, check it out. This is the doorbell doorbells are beyond the scope of the inspection. I like to check them out. I'll check this doorbell out. We're not checking that one out. That's communication systems. Man, noisy, noisy, noisy. Moving on along. We might have this. We should have kick-out flashing there. We sure should. Should have kick-out flashing there. Level grading and drainage across here. Level grading. We'll talk about that a little bit.